tonight's forum. Would you all please stand to join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? My name is Jim DiDonato, and I'm the director of the Round Lake Area Library. Tonight's Candidates Forum is brought to you in partnership with the League of Women Voters of Lake County. Tonight's Candidates Forum is the third in what I hope will be an extensive number of forums to come for many more years. This forum tonight matches very directly with the library's mission to provide current information, formal education support, independent learning opportunities, and life enrichment materials to a highly diverse public, and to further a love for reading and learning. I would like to thank the Round Lake Beach Cultural and Civic Center, especially Monica Marr, the facilities manager here at the Cultural and Civic Center. Monica has made this a very easy event to set up, and I encourage you or any of the organizations that you are a member of to also consider stopping by to use the Civic Center for one of your events. I would also like to thank the League of Women Voters for helping us prepare for tonight's forum and also for moderating tonight's forum. Thank you to Diane Sanderson, who is the president of the Lake County's division of the League of Women Voters, and to our wonderful moderator, Rosemary Heilemann. She will be moderating tonight's event. Thank you very much, Rosemary. I would also like to give a shout out to WRLR and Bish Krivko. Bish is the president of WRLR 98.3 FM. Tonight's forum is being broadcast live on 98.3 and will be rebroadcast in a couple of days here, and I'll give you the times in just a minute. I'd also like to give a shout out to Dan Hauser of Comcast. Comcast will be re-airing or rebroadcasting this forum in a couple of days, and again, I'll give you those times in just a minute. I would like to thank all of our candidates for coming tonight. All of the candidates, when they run a campaign, put a lot of heart, soul, time, money, and sweat equity into their campaigns, and I thank all of you for taking an interest in our community. I would also like to thank all of you, our residents, for showing up tonight. You guys are the ones that are going to pick our candidates. You are the ones who are going to help choose the direction that our community goes in over the next several years. So thank you for taking an active part in our local government. I'd like to let everyone know that the library has 3 author events coming up this April. We have Jamie McGuire coming out on Wednesday, April 10th, and Jamie will be here at the Civic Center. We also have Ellen Hopkins, author of Collateral, Tilt, Crank, Burn, and Glass. She will be at the Civic Center on Friday, April 12th, so if you're procrastinating and don't want to get those taxes done, come out and see a great author. Carrie Goldman, author of Bully, will be here at the Civic Center on April 24th. Please know that all of these authors will be here at the Civic Center, not the library. You should also know that on June 1st, the library will be kicking off our Summer Reading Club. To help celebrate that event, we have the Jesse White Tumblers coming out. So please, make it an event for the family and come on out and see us that day. Get signed up for Summer Reading Club, see the Tumblers, and also join us for our craft fair. This is our 4th annual craft fair, so we have a lot of activities going on that day. The dates that our forum will be rebroadcast. WRLR FM 98.3 will be rebroadcasting the forum on Sunday, March 24th at 12 o'clock. Again, that is Sunday, March 24th at 12 o'clock. Comcast Local Access Channel 17 will rebroadcast this event weekly beginning March 30th at 12. So that is weekly beginning March 30th at 12 o'clock. A couple of final notes from the library. I would like to let everyone know that the library is a nonpartisan organization. We do not support any particular candidates. This event is not a debate, it is a forum. We are here to provide our residents with an opportunity to get a first-person response from each of our candidates. We expect everyone that will to be respectful of others and to avoid argumentative tones in our discussion. Thank you again very much for coming, and at this point I'm going to hand this over to our moderator, Rosemary.
Thank you very much and welcome everybody. We're so happy to see you here today. And we are fortunate to have 2 candidates who are running for District 116 School Board. We're sorry that the other candidates could not come. Is there anyone here that has a prepared statement for any of the 3 candidates that are not here? All right. Well, we'll proceed with the forum with Gemma Mariscal and Ann Welk. The candidates are going to give a 1-minute opening statement, and then I will start asking questions that are brought up to me from our sorters, who will go through the questions that you write to make sure that there are no duplications and that they're not personal affronts and things like that. And then I will ask the questions back and forth, since it's 2. And we're going to shorten the time a little bit, because since we don't have so many candidates, we won't need the full 45 minutes. So we're thinking in the neighborhood of 20 minutes. We hope to finish by 7:30 or so. And then that might give us a little more time for the village forums to follow. So we have timers down here. Jean and Diane, thank you for volunteering today to be our timers. And do you want to show the candidates what I think since it's just 1 minute anyway, let's just use the 15-second and the stop. Okay, and so when it's 15 seconds, that'll kind of give you a warning, and then when it says stop, then try to finish up that sentence in a few words, okay? All right, Gemma, Ms. Marskal, 1 minute.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming and show your support to the community. My name is Hema Mariska. I am an alum from Round Lake Area Schools, kindergarten to 12th grade. I've been part of this community. This is my first time running for the school board, and I am new at this, but I'm willing to learn, and I want to make a difference, give back to the community that I grew up in, and I still live in. I'm here to be a voice for the Hispanic community, and also for the rest of the community. I'm here to see what I can do to make a change in our school district, because it needs to change, and I'm here to work along with the other elected school board members. Thank you for coming, and I wish the other board members were here so that we can have an open discussion, broader open discussion, but we're here to try to answer your questions. Thank you, and thank you for all your support.
Thank you. Ms. Welk, 1 minute.
Okay, my name is Ann Welk. I've been on the school board since 2001. I've seen a lot of change over the time that I've been on the board. We've been under and come out of state finance authority and are now on fairly solid financial footing. Unfortunately, the state of Illinois is going to help us lose some of that, because they're not going to fund the general state aid as much as they have been in the past. They're talking now in Springfield about it going down to 80%. So that's going to make things a little tight for us. My first priority has always been the children of our district, trying to get them the best education that they can. I grew up in Rolling Meadows in District 214, which was always one of the top districts in the state. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and
You can finish your sentence.
well, I think I'm...
Oh, you're done.
that's
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Welk. Okay, I encourage the audience, please raise your hand if you would like a card. We have ushers that will bring a card to you and a pencil, and then raise your hand again, and the usher will pick up your question and bring it to the sorters. We have the first question here. Will go to Ms. Welk, who will begin for 1 minute. And the question is, what changes need to be made?
Well, it's very difficult, actually. There have been a lot of changes made already. One of the things that we really need is more space. We need the state to step up and fully fund a lot of the unfunded mandates that they give us. We need parents to step up too and help their kids more. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Mariska, what changes do you think need to be made?
As coming in as a new person on the board, candidate, I don't have all the information, but I've seen and I've heard that one of the things is that the overcrowding in the schools. Also, my main goal is to get parents to be more involved with their children and their education, because I see that, and at least in the Hispanic community, we need to get them more involved to become more united with the rest of the community. That's one of the changes that I think that needs to be made.
Okay, thank you. This question will go to Ms. Mariscal first. And you've mentioned parent involvement. Do you have any specific ideas for how this could be done?
Provide more information, making sure that it's getting to the parents. That's one of the things that we need to work on, that the children at our schools are giving the information to the parents, or that all the information that's going out does get to those parents, and making sure that creating more events and making them feel welcome to that community, and making them feel like they're part of this community.
Thank you. Ms. Welk, how would you go about getting parents more involved?
We have been working on a parent portal in the Skyward system at the district where parents can actually go in, log in, check out their child's grades. Most of our staff have email. If you have questions about anything with your children, you should definitely talk to the teacher. If you don't get the response you want from the teacher, you should go to their principal. But parents do need to check their children's homework, make sure they're actually doing it. We have a planning process that we're going to be starting another phase of soon, and anyone who wants to volunteer to come and help us with our planning process is more than welcome. Parents are always welcome at the schools as well. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Welk, you get first crack at the next question. And I'm not too familiar with this, so you might need to explain it a little bit. How do you feel about restructuring using grade level buildings and so forth?
Well, our restructuring plan is a governance plan right now. We're not going to be doing grade level centers. The schools will remain as they are. There have been, I think, 3 community forums regarding that at the high school, and quite a good turnout at the first 2. If there are any questions, I do believe the forum PowerPoint presentations are also on our website. So it's RLA-D116.org.
Thank you. Ms. Mariscal, how do you feel about the restructuring?
As coming in as a candidate, first-time candidate, I do not have all the information that that needs to take a look. We need to take a look at. But for a restructure, I think that we need to have all the information down, plan it out accordingly, take our time with it. We cannot rush anything into making a decision. We have to make sure everything's planned out, making sure where the grants money is coming in, how we're going to make it something viable for the community, how it's going to work for this community. Because it might have worked for other communities, but we need to make things so that it's going to work here with us, with the Round Lake Area School District. We have to look at our families and our kids. Everything is them first. They're the ones they're the important part of the school district, and the teachers. Okay, so we have to take our time in making decisions on how we really want to restructure, if that's going to happen.
Okay, thank you. This one is also for you, Ms. Mariscal. What is your position on the proposed health clinics?
I do not know a lot of the information about this, but I believe that we have to teach our kids about being safe. And if we need to incorporate certain things, then I'm open to that. As long as, again, we're looking out for our children. That's our main goal and our main priority. I'm not anybody's agenda or anything like that. It's about our kids, and if that's going to help our kids become healthier and safer, then I'm all for it.
Thank you. Ms. Welk, how do you feel about the health clinics?
I am completely behind having a health clinic at the high school. It's in the community. It will make it easier for parents to get the necessary shots for the different grades, the physicals for sports, etc. There's been a lot of controversy over birth control, I am not in favor of handing out birth control at the school. I believe that's something between the parent and the child, and they should use whichever position they feel like, but if a parent is okay with their child having birth control, that's fine. But for the health clinic, I think they would need a parent permission slip and a prescription from a doctor before I would allow that to happen, and any other prescriptions as well. This is very favorable for children with asthma. When they have asthma attacks, there will be somebody close. We won't have to call an ambulance to take them to a hospital. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, this one will go to Ms. Welk first. And what do you propose to raise test scores so that the state does not have to take over the district again?
There needs to be more one-on-one with students who are having trouble. There are a lot of different methods. Children learn in a lot of different ways. We have something called response to intervention that has been going on, and it seems to be helping so far, but it'll be a while before we get another set of test scores to compare to the last ones. So they're working on it.
Thank you. Ms. Mariscal, how do you propose to raise test scores?
I believe that, again, the parents, the families have to get involved with their children's education. And I think along with the teachers and the parents, we can raise our test scores if the parents are also involved and are helping their students. And we understand that parents have jobs and that they work a lot, but if we can give them the opportunity options of having extracurricular activities for the students where they can, those students that need the help are available, then the parents can send their students there, and just working with the parents closer, I think that will make a big difference.
Okay, the next question will go to Ms. Mariscal. You two are running for school board members, and many of the things you're talking about are things that the administrators and the teachers implement at the school. What can a school board member do to kind of push forward some of these improvements?
I think if we build a good relationship with the teachers and the administration, I think we can work together. And if we build trust with each other, we can put forward certain things that are going to help our community. But we need to build that good relationship amongst each other so that we can be united and work together. That's what I believe.
Thank you. Ms. Welk?
Would you repeat the question?
Yes. As a school board member, you have a little different role than the administration and the teachers in implementing some of these improvements that you're talking about. How, as a school board member, can you do your part for these improvements?
Well, as a board member, we set policy, and policy is what we expect our superintendent to follow along with our administrators. The other thing we do is set goals. Our superintendent has goals in her contract that we expect her to reach for us. We're kind of on the balcony, and she's the person on the dance floor. She's the one who does, well, the staff is actually the dance floor, and she's the one who runs up and down the stairs between the balcony and the dance floor. So it's just, setting policy and setting goals and having those expectations and expecting them to get done. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Welk will follow up on what you're talking there. This question is, how do you feel about the administration, specifically the superintendent, and are you satisfied?
Since this is our first superintendent since coming out from state finance, I think she's done a pretty good job. There are some goals that haven't been met yet. They are being worked toward. We have a good relationship with Dr. Collins, as well as her cabinet members, etc. A lot of us have good relationships with staff members as well. So I think we work fairly well as a team together, and as a board, we concentrate a lot on having professional development for ourselves so that we know what we're looking for. So I would say that right now it's a very good team effort.
Thank you. Ms. Mariscal, how do you feel about the superintendent and what would be your relationship as a board member?
Well, at the moment, coming in new, I don't have an actual relationship with her, but if I do get elected with your support, I'm here to work together as a team and, do what's best for the community. So I'm here to support her once, or, if I am part of this board, as long as it's going to benefit the community.
Thank you. Ms. Mariscal, we'll start with you on this one. What stimulates your interest in running for school board? Is it, do you have children in the schools? Are you interested in education? What has gotten you interested in this job?
Well, first of all, all my life I've lived in the Round Lake area. I went through the whole schooling system here. I have siblings that went through the schools here. I still have a little brother that attends the Round Lake High School. I have a lot of relatives. I have a lot of neighbors that still have children here. And this community has, without this schooling, without what I have, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I'm an administrator. I'm a director of administration at Robert Morris University right now. And without what I learned here, I wouldn't be there. So I'm here to give back to my community as much as I can. And I'm here to work for you.
Thank you. Ms. Welk, what is your interest in working on the school board? Is it children or personal or educational or what?
Well, I don't have any children in the schools anymore. My last one graduated in 2008. I went to an extremely good school district, and when I came here and saw how things were, and my kids were telling me all kinds of things, I thought, you know what, there is no reason this district can't be at the top of the state either. And that's what I wanted to work toward.
Thank you. This will be the last question, and then we'll have closing. So the last question is kind of general, and Ms. Welk, we'll start with you. What capabilities do you have to offer to the school board?
I'm a planner, analyst person by nature, so I tend to sit back and listen and take in as much information as I can, try to gather as much data as I can, and then make the best decision that I think will help our district. So it's that analytical nature, I think, is probably my biggest asset.
Thank you. Ms. Mariscal, what capabilities do you bring?
I believe that I am bilingual. I know that I'm bilingual so that I can bring the Hispanic community together to come and be part of the school district also. So I believe that I can reach out to them. And like I said, I've been through the school district throughout my life, so I'm here to make improvements or try to, and just be there to listen to what the community needs and try to work towards those goals.
Thank you. Well, our time has gone quickly, and we've actually covered quite a few questions. Thank you. We will now have a closing 1-minute statement, beginning with Ms. Welk.
Okay, I've enjoyed my 12 years on the board so far. I'm hoping to make it 16. I'm rather proud of the fact that we have 3 master board members on our board right now, Mrs. Radford, Mrs. McGinley, and myself. I also just received my Leadership Academy Fellowship, one of only 30 board members in the state out of 800 and some, however many board members there are. And I'd like to continue with that. I was just asked to be the Director at Large for the Lake County Division of the IASB Executive Board. And I'm thinking that after this 4 years, I'm hoping things will be a little bit better and that I can step aside and let someone else take over that's a little younger. So I just hope you all vote for me, and thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Mariscal, your closing 1 minute.
Thank you for giving the opportunity to answer your questions. I am excited about this opportunity, and I'm ready to work for the community. I hope I have all your support. My running partner is Mr. Kim Kirby, so please support us, and we're here to work.
Thank you both. I think a round of applause is in order. We'll take a couple minutes so I can talk to the candidates for Round Lake Village trustees, if they would come up, please.